This is Scott from KIG. This is our video number 2 as we're starting to approach our set point range. We're down to about 23 Fahrenheit. Again, right now in our shop we have a 30% glycol solution. We really recommend, or whoever gets this, really probably should be running a 50% solution, especially if this is going outside in a colder climate. We're not too worried about how we're running the test right now because we're going to keep the pump running. But for those type of really super low temperatures like we're dealing with now, a 50% glycol solution really is suggested. In a little bit here, we'll probably start seeing some frost accumulating on some of the fittings. It'll take a little bit. Right now it's down to 21. Now when it turns off shortly here, it might take a minute or two or maybe longer to kick back on. We're going to try and leave the video going to see if we can kick back on again. And that's going to be a function of how rapidly our little space heater and the ambient temperature here helps bring it back up to a point where it's going to sense that it needs to turn back on again. So you just heard it shut down, and the pump is still running. We're still pumping fluid through the loop. Again, a pretty quiet running unit. With the indoor temperatures here, the fans aren't running at full speed. When you're outdoors, they'll be a little bit louder because the fans will be running at a higher RPM based on the VFD. And the VFD is controlled based off of pressure, which is one of the things we were tweaking with the folks at the nice engineers at Edwards Engineering earlier this week. Again, that's our bypass circulation pump. That's always going to maintain the appropriate flow through the heat exchanger. And again, this here is the I called it the float level switch. It's really just a level switch as a safety in case the level gets too low inside this insulated tank here. So we're starting to come back up temperature a little bit, fluctuating between 23 and 22. And here are the gauges, the high-low refrigerant gauges, which come in handy for your a technician if he ever needs to troubleshoot the unit. The noises you hear in the background are simply a metal fabrication shop that's on the other side of the building here. So hopefully we don't run out of battery and we'll be able to show you a kick back in here as the temperature goes up a couple degrees over our set point. In fact, when it does kick back on, that's when the red light comes on the Johnson Controls thermostat here. And it is a Copeland scroll compressor, 7 horsepower. I think another thing we did on this one here is notice that as a crankcase heater. I think we replaced that one. That's also something you want for an outdoor application. So a lot of nice little features this unit has. So you heard it kick back on, which is great. I think we got about another 60 seconds of video here, and hopefully that's enough time for us to show it cycle a second time here, which is what you want to see. And depending on your load, you may hear the compressor on almost all the time, depending on the load. I can't remember the capacity of the reservoir tank. That helps you if you are oversizing this unit a little bit. It looks to be about a 45-gallon reservoir tank, cylindrical, pressurized, and insulated. Excellent. So there you go. Again, this is Scott from KIG. This is our 2009 Edwards Engineering 7-ton air-cooled chiller, 460 volts, low temperature test and runoff. Thank you.